This is Twit.
This episode of iFive for the iPhone is brought to you by Harry's. For guys and gals who want a great shave experience for a fraction of what they're paying now, go to harrys.com. And just in time for the gift season, for new and existing customers, get $5 off the limited edition Winter Winston set by entering the code iFiveHoliday at checkout. Hello everybody, it's so good to see you. Welcome to iFive for the iPhone, episode 119, and the countdown to Thanksgiving, at least here in the US. This is the show where we cover the latest iPhone apps and tips and tricks, and of course news. I'm Sarah Lane, and I'm keeping it trill, as should you. Number one, so here's a question for all of you. Ready? When you search in Safari on your iPhone, which search engine do you want to use? Is it Google? Well, better not be. Next year, it might get a lot harder to be Google because the Safari browser for both iOS and Mac could have a new default search partner when Apple's current deal with Google is reportedly set to expire in early 2015. This is according to a new report in The Information, which also says that the most likely replacement candidates, Yahoo and Microsoft, have already spoken with Apple's Eddie Q about replacing Google. And it's not really that weird if you think about it, because Apple's been scrubbing Google from iOS for years. The company already placed Google in Siri with Microsoft's Bing with the launch of iOS 7 back in 2013, although you can still tell Siri to search Google if you don't like what Bing brings back to you. Search Google.
I can do that.
Search Google for Petaluma Auto Dealership. Back in 2012, Apple replaced Google Maps with its own proprietary Apple Maps, to much chagrin, though you can still get Google Maps as a standalone app. Same goes for YouTube. So yeah, not having Google search as a default wouldn't be the end of the world, because you've still got the Chrome browser app and other Google-based search tools, and you can still use Google. But lots of people won't know that, or they just won't care. They'll just use Safari and whatever default search tool they're given. So my thinking is, it's a little strange to have Bing as Siri's search partner, right? And then have Yahoo as Safari's search partner, because searching in iOS should be as harmonious as possible. By that logic, I say Microsoft will end up winning this war. Then again, Yahoo CEO Marissa Mayer says she really wants to get into iOS, so maybe she can negotiate a full takeover. Apple and Yahoo swapping money. Stranger things have happened. Number two, it cannot be a surprise to any of you, if you know me, that I'm really excited about the new Cheezburger app. No, I'm not talking about cheeseburgers, I'm talking about Cheezburger, as in I can has cheeseburger. You know, with a Z, you know the memes. Cats, they say funny things, and dogs start doing funny things, and basically it's all just a bunch of funny things. The Cheezburger network is actually really huge. It's a place of memes, and the new Cheezburger app lets you follow Memebase and Failblog and I Can Has Cheezburger and Failbook and other sites that millions of other users also are looking at. You can find funny people in memes. You can remix those memes and then post to your network. You can save whatever images you either make or just find posted, and then share them, all that good stuff. Cheezburger is actually really good about the sharing part. The company says that even if you're running low on space, all of your memes and your GIFs are safe in the Cheezburger cloud, completely free. Woo! Happy to hear that. Of course, there's also voting, which can obviously propel a tiny little meme to a lot of people's screens if it gets enough attention. The app is free, it's full of ridiculous things, and it makes me happy. The holidays are hard. Let's have a little bit of fun here. And don't we all need a little happiness with our turkey? I think we do. Number three, we got an email from Tom, who lives in Boston, Massachusetts. And I think the email is kind of amusing, but it might hit home for you. Tom writes, whenever my iPhone drops below about 50% charge, I'm prowling for a power outlet. A battery meter in the red gives me significant battery anxiety. I admit this is my mental illness, but I know I'm not alone feeling vicarious battery anxiety when I see your phone, Sarah, regularly in the red, sometimes down to the last little sliver. Do you know how prevalent this feeling is? So, Tom is talking about the fact that I like to live life a little on the edge here on iFive, and I'm also scatterbrained and always running late. And I really do often run my battery completely out on my iPhone, even though I have a power cord at my desk and one in my car and 3 at home. I'm a mess, Tom. What can I say? But it also got me thinking, because I also get a lot of email from people who cannot deal with the fact that I have almost 6,000 Dropbox notifications and 2,400 unread emails. Seriously, every week they write me, begging me to make those numbers go away so they can continue to enjoy the show. I don't see that stuff. I just don't. But I get why it bugs other people. These are the same people who probably don't have piles of laundry around their home. How nice for them. So I can't change my habits, or at least I'm not willing to, but I can at least remind you that you can toggle off things like unread counts on an email app like Mailbox, the one I'm using. And you can also choose not to display the percentage of battery that you have left if for some reason it's the number that's causing you a little bit more undue stress. Little things, I know, cosmetic things, but still, I want you to feel calm. I want you to be serene if you're going to be here with me on iFive, because I can't have you stressing me out too. This episode of iFive for the iPhone is brought to you by Harry's. We've all got somebody on our holiday gift list that's really hard to shop for. You know who it is. It's that guy or that gal in your life. They just have everything, and you don't want it to become stressful and frustrating, and this is supposed to be fun, right? It's the holidays, where our friends at Harry's are here to help us in this time of need. In fact, just in time for the holidays, Harry's has a limited edition Winter Winston set for $30. It's a whole kit that comes with, you're gonna love this, a sleek razor handle in your choice of charcoal gray or ice blue. And as usual, it comes with 3 high-quality blades. They're foaming shave gel, which is very nice. You see Leo Laporte putting it on his face all the time, even shaving cream as well. The whole thing is already wrapped, and shipping is free. You are done. A lot of us here at Twit have been using Harry's razors for a while. They're nice designed. The price is right. Harry's costs half as much as any razor you're gonna find at the drugstore, a Gillette Fusion, for example, that sort of thing. And they also have a new aftershave moisturizer that protects and hydrates skin. Hey, you know, if you're pulling a razor across your skin, you gotta hydrate it too. That's just the way girls know this. Harry's guarantees that you'll be satisfied. Their razors are high quality, and again, half the price of those big brand blades. And because they make and they ship their own blades, Harry's is a more efficient company, which means that they can give us factory direct pricing. I'm not actually going to shave anything on this. You know how that works. As a special holiday offer, Harry's is gifting all of our fans of iFive $5 off the limited edition Winter Winston set. It's lovely. Even those of you who have already been Harry's loyal users, you get $5 off a Winter Winston set too. Everybody gets $5 off. You get the razor, 3 quality blades, a tube of their foaming shave gel or shave cream, and free shipping for just $25. Free shipping ends on December 10th. So go to harrys.com right now and get $5 off the limited edition Winter Winston set with the code iFiveHoliday. That's I-F-I-V-E holiday. All new and existing customers get $5 off their purchase with the code iFiveHoliday. That's HARRYS.com. iFiveHoliday is that code at checkout. Harry's is a shave good enough to gift, and we thank them for their support of iFive for the iPhone. Number 4. So sometimes when I'm looking for a little app inspiration, I check the trending searches on iTunes to see what's out there in the App Store, stuff I might not have heard of. Now this week, for reasons that will probably be obvious to anyone living in the US, police radio scanners are all the rage. Ferguson, Missouri scanners in particular. Now, specific events aside, I do know a lot of people who like listening to this stuff, police and dispatch information, and it's kind of like you're listening on a conversation you're not supposed to. So I figured, well, why don't I download a few of these and then see which scanner app is the best? So far, 5.0 Police Scanner seems to be the crowd favorite. You load it up, you choose a local scanner feed, or you browse feeds, or you go with something in the top 100. And then you're patched right in and you start listening. 5.0 includes scanners for police departments, but also firefighters or aircraft, railroad, marine scanners, emergency, even ham radios for all you Ham Nation fans out there. You can listen to feeds in the background while you're using other apps, which you might prefer since the app is actually kind of full of ads and they're a little obtrusive. Now, there is a Pro version that strips ads out, by the way, and that Pro version also promises 50,000 additional scanner feeds. I don't know why they're not in this one. This app is free though, and if you really want to go crazy, you can give your scanners different skins or even make your own. iFive says that each feed comes from an actual person in that region who has an expensive police scanner that they have decided to share the signal with us via the internet. So it's pretty fascinating whether you're following a particular story or not. It's perfectly legal eavesdropping in most countries anyway, and it's a great app to have in your back pocket. Unless you have a 6 Plus, because those don't fit in back pockets. Finally, number 5. We got an email from Scott. Scott wants to organize his photos better, and I don't blame you, Scott. He writes, with all the photo apps you use, are you aware of one that will let you tag and name photos? It would be great to tag the photos, and then when I download them to my computer, the tags would stay intact. Any ideas? Well, Scott, it's funny because I do use a lot of photo apps, and you would think that this would be a pretty simple solution of just, looking through some settings menus, right? But I had a pretty hard time. I spent some time on this. iPhoto doesn't actually exist anymore. Now it just dumps you into the Photos app, and then you can't tag your photos that way unless there's some magic secret way that I've never seen. Now, I then went into Camera Plus, because Camera Plus is really fully featured. Camera Plus has like 4,000 filters, but no tag photo option. Can't you just put it in the EXIF data? I don't know. I tried Aviary, which is owned by Adobe. They're kind of big corporation, right? I would think this would be the place. No such luck. The only app that I think might work for you that is a camera app and an editing app and a tagging app is Flickr. So here's my solution for you, and it's a little clunky. You upload your photos in the Flickr app itself, or you can import them in a batch from your camera roll through the Flickr app. Then tag them and throw them in an album. Call the album whatever you want. It can be an existing album or a new album. Then on your computer, you of course can access Flickr, so you can access those photos, which will already have the titles that you gave them and even descriptions if you want to add some of that too. Now I realize that this solution is a cloud solution, and that's not what you're looking for. But think about it, if you just want to access a bunch of stuff you took notes on, maybe you only want to have a local copy on your computer of just certain photos based on what they are. So you can download selectively from Flickr if you like. I know that seems like a lot more work than it should be, but it's honestly my best strategy. And Flickr is also pretty good for organization if you want to take the time. I also noticed though, and I feel like I should really mention this, is that the Flickr app is extremely crashy on my iPhone 6 Plus. Like terrible. It crashed 10 times on me just this morning. It hasn't been updated for a few weeks, so maybe there's some bug fixes coming soon. Just thought I would mention it. Also, if I've missed a better solution for Scott and you're like yelling at the screen right now saying, Sarah, you're so stupid, will you let me know so I can pass the right app along, iFive@twit.tv? Thank you. And that does it for this episode of iFive. All of the apps and links and other information from the show is at twit.tv/iFive. You can, of course, email those ideas, questions, or feedback to us at iFive@twit.tv, or you can leave us a voicemail at 614 on iFive. I'm Sarah Lane, and I will see you next week on iFive for the iPhone.
Bandwidth for iFive for the iPhone is provided by CacheFly at CACHEFLY.com.